Beautiful.
We did it in the draft here, as we see Luminosity on the left, Team YT on the right. Quick point I was going to make, Otter switching to support. We've actually seen them play more attackers that they used to play in the bottom path as support. Espeon, Mew is there as well. And not to mention that they've unlocked all of the support characters that they get to play, which by their own admission, they're all really good.
Here we go. First ban on over to Pikachu. Not surprising at all. Darkrai right back the other way. Again, that's kind of a given. Slowbro, the final ban here. YT looking to ban out Leafeon. And now the real question is, are they going to snatch away this Snorlax also and just kind of really hamper Team YT in this moment? Trainer deciding what they're going to pick up, as we are taking Umbreon right away for Slash. Slash, as I've said, for my money, maybe the best Umbreon player in the world.
Yeah, and really proved it at the final stretch last year when Slash was really anchoring kind of the upstart young guns of G and able to bring them to a world championship invite. And most of it was playing Umbreon and really carrying the game.
Yeah, we're going to see how they want to play this. Fui hovering the Lapras. Aquilo not making their decision yet. Final couple of seconds right here, and it looks to be Hoopa and Lapras possibly for the side of Team YT. And it is not. They switch in the Snorlax. They are going to take that before it's possibly taken on the side of Luminosity. Now, Otter has the Comfey highlighted right there, but I don't know if we see a play like that so early. We have Miraidon picked up by Curios right here, and finally Overlord locking in the Urshifu.
So really going into these high octane picks, specifically I'm focused in on Miraidon, while YT is taking a different approach. We just want to make sure we get our stuff.
Yeah. And we're going to see exactly what that is. You know, I got to say, and here comes Alola Ninetales, so this could be very interesting. I got to say, when they take away Pikachu and they take away Miraidon from YT, they could be in a tough spot right here. Final couple of picks over to the side of Luminosity. Trainer trying to figure out what that's going to be. We could see a Mimikyu right here, but no, they do decide to go with the Zoroark. Finally, Otter playing that support Mew that we've seen a decent amount here today. And then Sam looking for their final pick.
Clicking through, seeing what that option is going to end up being. And remember, their success against the Zoroark with no Comfey was a bunch of crowd control. We've seen that work earlier today in a different matchup. So sad Sam, gonna go with Armarouge.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We saw Sam play Armarouge before, but it actually looks like they've just flexed it over to Phil. So if that's the case, maybe we don't see Fire Spin this time, and instead we see that Armor Cannon. It performs a little better in Path. At the same time, we could be seeing Phil playing Fire Spin. It does play decently well into Zoroark because the entire time Zoroark's dashing around you, it's kind of caught in that spin, right? Now on the other side, So Sad Sam is running the Dazzling Gleam Aurora Veil build, or at least the Aurora Veil build, I should say. You could change that first move to Avalanche if you would like, but with that Muscle Band and that Rapid Fire Scarf, we are going to be seeing an Aurora Veil Alola Ninetales.
There's a lot of fun pathing opportunities that have just opened up for YT, right?
Yeah.
You have Phil has been bot path attacker. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the middle with a little bit of support, or even maybe split, just so they can get the A9 down to the bottom path quicker, and then you leave kind of the central area to be flexed into by whomever needs experience in the next moment.
Now, obviously, this being a best of 3, you have a lot of time for these two teams to suss each other out. Excuse me, a best of 5. You have a lot of time for these two teams to suss each other out, right? One game is not really going to put so much of a momentum advantage onto one team. So we're going to see if YT's combination here, if what Luminosity is bringing is something they want to continue bringing throughout the rest of this tournament. Luminosity Gaming, your purple team. Team YT, your orange team. These are the semi-finals here at LAIC. A best of 5 competition between these two amazing squads from North America. The former world champs and the team that can somehow take down the former world champs time and time again. They really do give them trouble.
Going straight for the invade is Aquilo, putting tons of pressure on Trainer early. Nobody rotating to the center to help Trainer. They're leaving them up to themselves to say, you got to figure this thing out.
Well, it looks like the buff was already taken there. Aquilo not able to get the secure away from Zoroark, so they are going to be able to evolve as they take those two Bunnelby in the top path here.
That's a nice, safe way to do it. Aquilo going to roll up top and kind of make this a 3v3, but as we know, YT likes to over-pressurize that top path and send a fourth member up. Trainer kind of has their homework done, though. They're ready to jump as soon as Phil shows their face, and I'm just waiting for Trainer to say, go, go, go.
Yeah, here we're going to see how they want to play this. They can find the Hoopa, and they do. They move in for this fight. We do see the Dazzling Gleam as they're continuing to push. Overlord coming in with the Rapid Strike, Urshifu, something we have not seen much of at all in this tournament. And the Zoroark tries to pick up a KO, and they cannot.
Trainer getting dealt with there is not a good look. That's decent experience. Phil's still struggling to evolve right on the edge of level 5, and they're going to need to tick over quickly.
Yeah, they're going to walk through this center right here, see if they can get a little experience, and they do. Sam and Phil hanging out in that central area, just making sure that somehow the Zoroark does not come back and give them a real problem. Up in the top path, we now have Otter, and we have Fui going at it with Aquilo up here to support. So the support Mew, the support Hoopa in the top path with Fui staying here. Trainer now making their way down to the bottom path, getting ready for this fight here in the center.
Nice, we're going straight for it. Curios is charge beam, I believe, as they're moving and pressing forward. Nice reset through, but they're fighting on the backside. Phil goes down, level 5 Armor's easily taken care of. Chaotic is by themselves. Boosted Auto and E-Ball hits Aquilo. They're on the verge of getting knocked out. I believe they're about to go down, did they? No, they made it out. I can't even see their HP bar. Chaotic catching the receipt for the Aquilo that escaped.
Sam has a really interesting strategy here. I mean, I do think Dazzling Gleam Aurora Veil is being slept on pretty hard in this meta. The incredible amount of stuns that you're able to output onto something like Rapid Strike or Shifu or Zoroark makes it really hard for them to combo into your team, right? It's just constant annoying pressure here. We do have the additional stun from Armor Cannon. We do see that is the Armarouge that Phil has decided to play right here. On the other side, Curios on that Miraidon, already level 8.
That's going to be tough to contend with. You know, Curios is just going to be able to swing around the map and start putting a ton of damage in without putting themselves in danger. Another portal down, going to sleep on it is Chaotic. They get the reset. Slash Cam pivoting back. Curios getting collapsed on it. Able to avoid the heavy slam though, but YT taking the positional advantage around this basement Registeel. We'll see how they deal with it. Chaotic takes a little nap in front of everybody, but the fight rages on. No, Slash almost with the huge reposition.
Yeah, that was almost massive for LG, but they are still able to take control of this fight here as we see them positioned well around this Registeel. Registeel getting ready to go down, and it does to Aquilo with the steal.
Nice play by Aquilo. Something I want to mention that flew a little bit under the radar was Overlord having their Unite move and just comboing out Phil Yumus with that. And now the rest of the team has to rotate up top now that Aquilo was able to cheese out that basement Reggie.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Registeel indeed. Another great play, almost pulling them out of that hyperspace hole, but not quite. They are coming back into a Miraidon Unite move, eating all of it right there from Curios. Beautiful play as YT is just completely eviscerated.
I mean, finally making it back to Earth from your trip to the moon. You find out a meteor's about to strike. That is a rough look, and that goal zone is gone. 165 to 59. LG is all gas, no brakes.
That's right. Take a look at this right here. Urshifu, level 11 already. While the fights are going okay for Team YT in some of these moments here, level-wise, things are looking bad. I mean, Luminosity is just crushing it all over the place. Their Miraidon is level 10. Their Zoroark is level 10. And again, Overlord on that Urshifu, level 11.
They're waiting for their opportunity to pounce here. All grouped together is YT on the pad, going straight into his LGC trainer, and Slash using their Unite move to get on top of Fui. Fui's gonna have to push forward. Overlord pops another Unite move, and they're racking up the hits, taking care of Aquilo in that mix. Going back and running away is Slash Can, and they did a lot of damage, but something that we saw there, and a team like LG can do, is put the pressure on you on the T2 and have every single member make it out.
Yeah, really impressive stuff. A lot of teams would overcommit there, and I think Luminosity very intelligently said, it's not gonna work. We tried our best. They've got too much defensively here still. We're gonna pull back, and we're gonna fight them again in a more advantageous spot. You don't wanna give up these massive level leads by throwing a few KOs to your opponents at a fruitless fight at a tier 2.
Yeah, 170 to 59, and we're posturing for this basement Reggie. The Thunder comes out. Heavy slam by Chaotic, can't get Slash Can sorted. Nice block is up, but Slash is kind of being relentless. Putting a little pad down, heavy slam to reset. We're going to roll back through. Back into the back line. Akilo forced to rings unbound. They're going to look for the stun. They catch Trainer. Trainer goes down. Chaotic steps up and deals with it. Charge beam is out. That is gone. Snow Globe is popped. And now we're trying to make a nice Christmas scene out of this Luminosity team. But it's a KO Streak of 2 from Curios. Cheesing everybody out on the back line. Collapsing on Chaotic. KO Streak of 3 for Curios. And I think it's safe to say, welcome back to the UCF.
Yeah, wow. There you go. Luminosity taking this. Phil having to pull back towards his goal. Not really able to make much happen here. Armor Rouge really not putting up much of a fight as Trainer's coming in with that big time Unite move. That's another one down on the side of Team YT. And again, these fights are going well for YT for a little bit here, but the level advantage from the side of Luminosity and then the final pushes to get them the objectives and secure the big time KOs for Luminosity are just too much. They're being out-leveled incredibly hard right now. They need to get a ton of experience.
Otter just hanging out, hooks up the light screen, E-ball comes through, deals some damage. I don't know if they're able to take anything, but they are certainly giving Team YT fits.
Yeah, I mean, Slash is now just in the central area of YT, trying to steal away as much experience as possible, hopefully starving out YT from being able to make a play, being able to get a secure right here. And it looks like, looks like he was able to get it right there. I mean, we were waiting for it, and he was able to actually take that away from Phil. Phil, level 12. You look across the map there, we have a level 14 Urshifu on the board. We have nothing close on the side of YT.
Yeah, 14 feels normal. I'm like, sometimes I ask, where does Overlord find this experience? Like, you know, just kind of level 11 at 5 minutes. Like, what is he doing?
One thing I've noticed about any team that Overlord is on, because this player carries so incredibly hard, they feed him very well. Anything that's up that can be taken by Overlord, they're going to let Overlord take it and hit those huge breakpoints. He's about to hit level 15 in just a moment here before Rayquaza. 10 seconds now until Ray hits the board. And I got to say, YT is in a really horrible spot. It's going to be very tough to win this. If they can get a nice moment where they move in, hang out in the Aurora Veil for all of that damage reduction, and stun multiple members of Luminosity, we could see a big win for them, but it's going to be hard.
Flash going right through the barrier there, the big wall by the Blastoise. We are going straight up with the Lapras Express into the middle. They're trying to catch Curios. They're putting tons of damage on. Here comes Sosa. Sam, the rings are unbound. They can get a stun in the middle. Popping the Unite move is Slash. They tried to get some shields. Overlord is low too. Here come the meteors from the sky. 10-hit streak and Overlord's in the back line. Phil is way low, but they're going for a re-engagement. Make it up to 20. Can't quite legally get a drink yet, but that is enough hits for this moment right now. LGC sorts out the Armor Rouge, and guess what? That's the whole team gone.
That's right, the whole squad's gone. They're ripping down Rayquaza right now. Unite move from Trainer. They take Ray. Game number 1. It looks like it's heading over to Luminosity. It's going to be hard to stop these scores. Mew pushing in. Nice heavy slam. Nice block. Ninetales trying to stop it. Another knock up here, but no, they cannot stop the scores. That's 100 points going in. A minute left. It's definitely not impossible, but if they don't stop Slash, this is going to be brutal. Now that's 491, 97. More points in the hands of Overlord, and it looks like game 1 is slipping through the fingers here of Team YT.
491-97, you said it, about a 400-point differential. That's 2 KOs that they needed. 3 players down, and Curios is hiding out with their shield steal. Akilo just hopped right over him. That's going to be 80 points going in rather quickly, and that's a hard number to overcome.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. They do have some decent timers on the side of LG, but we only have 30 seconds left. I don't think the team is going to be able to make something happen right here. We've got Chaotic looking score in this bottom path. Fui with the Lapras Express brings in a Lowland Ninetales into a beautiful Aurora Veil for some stuns. It looks like LG is just playing this extremely well, giving them the space they need to try to score but never actually make it happen as Curios rips them apart on this tier 2 goal zone. Luminosity Gaming takes game number 1.
That was a very good game out of Luminosity, a very convincing game at that, and nice picks out of the team, right? We always saw Slash pushing forward, but who was right behind them? Otter with the coaching, able to help them get in and out, just being a harassing core duo, always living on the side of the map of YT.
These teams are going to have another opportunity at a game here, and even if YouTube happens to lose another, it's still not over. You got to win 3 of these games in this best of 5 to move on to our grand finals. Championship Sunday, tomorrow morning, be there. Cancel your plans. I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter if you're going to the doctors. Cancel your plans.
Cancel your plans. Action item for everybody, like we said, be here. Tune in for our first time on Sunday, and one of these two teams' first time on Sunday as well.
That's right. Both of these teams getting ready for it. Ban of the Pikachu. Ban of the Darkrai looks like it's coming. We've got Leafeon, we've got Mew banned. This is interesting. So I wonder if Team YT is saying, okay, I want to see what else Otter can throw at us here.
No, absolutely. You know, Otter has played other support attackers, forced them maybe into the conventional wisdom of a support. I don't know. Luminosity Gaming's pockets are deep, the well is deep, and certainly they don't play in the kiddie pool.
Yeah, that's right. As we see Umbreon here locked in for YT. That's a power pick taken away from Luminosity, but Slash happy to steal the Snorlax as well. Now we're looking at our next two picks here. Lapras looks to be something that YT is just very comfortable with, wants to lock in. We didn't see a huge impact from Lapras in that last game. It does feel like Lapras is a silent factor often in these YouTube games, and then you'll notice after the fact that, wow, this thing is just showing up in important moments, over-leveled, and ready to help the team win.
Yeah, maybe that's Squeeze's whole strategy. When it goes well, all right, I'll fly under the radar a little bit. When it doesn't go great, I'll fly under the radar a little bit. It's really hard to see which way that's cutting sometimes with Lapras specifically, because they just leave Flea in the top path all game long.
Now we have our final couple of picks heading over to Team YT. The Gardevoir being stolen away by Curios is obviously a way to shut down Sam from not grabbing this in the final pick. We have a pretty classic lineup of having that mean look ready to go and not wanting to let that Guardy get to do all of that crazy damage. So instead here, Phil grabbing the Metagross, and then finally we have the Eldegoss picked up as a support. So we can see Chaotic flex into this Umbreon. At the same time, we see Sam on Miraidon, and Phil is going to play this Metagross. I've seen him kind of flex it into the bottom path. I've also seen him take central area with it.
I want to see this Metagross have itself a game. I think the Pokemon is underrepresented for the strength it actually presents when it's on the map. Counterpoint, looking across the way, I really like Luminosity Gaming's draft here. Just on paper, it looks strong, pretty well-rounded.
Yep.
But when you start considering the factors of the things they're able to take away from the other team at the same time, I'm very confident if I'm LG that our draft went the way we designed.
Yeah, I think they have a great draft. I like YT's draft as well. It's a little unconventional, but they have a lot of power there. They have the Umbreon, which I think is a massive factor in a lot of these games. I'm really interested to see Otter on this Hoopa. I think it'll be really cool to see Otter playing something like that, and it feels like another one of the Pokemon that he could just be mechanically very good at.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on with Hoopa between, you know, if you're going Phantom Force, putting the portals down, but also, you know, using your Magician ability to pull berries to your side, which a team like LG can use creatively, right? You pull a berry to your side to actually give somebody, namely Slash, the speed boost from the passive of the Snorlax to help it engage into fights better. So there's random things like that that mesh well with LG's draft.
Here we go, getting ready for game number 2. Luminosity looking to put another win on the board here. Again, they're undefeated today, and they want to keep that going all the way into our grand finals. Team YT needs to pick it up a little bit, or they're going to be heading home pretty soon. Here we go, game 2 of our semifinals. Team YT, your purple team. Luminosity Gaming, your orange team. One game up for Luminosity. One of these two North American teams will be heading to the grand finals here at LAIC.
Just a little bit of a babysitting role here for Otter as Overlord gets into the top half, starts taking these bunnies, and of course ensuring that this Kubfu doesn't get the break speed off it too early by YT.
Yeah, it's a really difficult Pokemon to get online, especially if you put a lot of pressure on it, right? It's already at 4 1/4 though, so it's doing pretty well with the experience that it needs. That does go over to the side of Luminosity, and we almost have Urshifu online. With these two Bunnelbys walking, it's very, very close. And it's gonna be tough for YT to deal with.
Yeah, on the other side, you mentioned Phil might take this Metagross into the central area. They've hit level 5. They are Matang, Trainer just hiding out with this Mimikyu, trying to get an idea of where this YT squad is, and hopefully looking to pounce.
Here we go. We have Sam walking up, Mimikyu ready to fight them here, but they do decide to move forward instead, pushing back towards Sosat Sam, having to use the eject button to get away right there. Fui now routing them, and they go down.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good engage, good attempt follow-up, but with the eject button, they have just enough in the tank to turn around, flip the script, and get the knockout for themselves.
Yeah, now we have multiple members of Luminosity heading back through that hyperspace hole. They trade the Lapras for the Mimikyu, a better trade for the side of YouTube, no question.
Yeah, I agree. Trainer can't be too excited about what just happened there. However, they're finding value downstairs. Kyrios scoring as the Curlia in the bottom path.
Yeah, we can see we still have a little Eevee on the board here. They need some of that experience so they can evolve. They do get it. They evolve into Umbreon. Overlord now fighting in this top path, trying to pick up a KO here on the Lapras. Lapras not able to get the KO, and not a KO for the Urshifu either.
Nice little charge beam there, Phil follow up, and they're able to just quickly spin on Kyrios for a moment there. Sitting in the bush is, of course, Slash just putting pressure on, trying to heavy slam back to a berry, and Akilo getting credit for that KO.
Yeah, and sometimes when you go down as a supporter or defender, your job is really to be the one who goes down instead of one of your carry Pokemon, right? So we don't see the Gardevoir go down. Instead, they trade the level 5 Snorlax. A much better trade in the eyes of Luminosity.
Of course, a quick 3-person rotation back up top facilitated by that Hoopa, and they're going to see if they can play the numbers game here in the face of Akilo and Fui. Overlord just running straight at them, pushing them back and going right on top of those birds and getting the experience for themselves.
And here we go. They're ripping through it. A level 8 trainer heading down to this bottom path there. A level 8 Overlord. Level-wise, things are looking pretty good, but it's actually a bit better for YouTube in game number 2 right here. Slash putting up a little bit of a wall. The Thunder moving in. Overlord starting to rip right here.
Going right on top of Chaotic. Chaotic gets put down quickly. Into the back line is Overlord. They're trying to get to Sosad Sam. Aren't really successful. We just saw the Coliseum go up by the Metagross, calculating, doing all the math, and finding some KOs. Heavy slam back through by Slash is not going to do enough, and they're going to throw up the block and retreat.
So they're not able to get the objective, but it does feel like YouTube had a very good fight there, picking up a few KOs, and it looks like YouTube is very close to Luminosity right now in level. A lot closer than game number 1. LG not running away with this one yet.
No, not quite yet. Curious in a good position, though, to pounce on an unsuspecting member of YT. I just saw the Shadow Sneak rope in from a range of far away. Odd are going to kick around, going to see what's going on up top, and we're kind of slowing down this pace a little bit.
Yeah, it actually feels like Luminosity is, getting hurt a little bit by some of these engagements, and they are deciding not to play so aggressively. I say that as Overlord moves in, looking for a KO right here. Phil into the top path, trying to make something happen. Caught by the Gardevoir Unite move. Gyro Ball is not going to give a big enough shield, and now we are scoring in this top path, looking to break it with a real nice overcap for Luminosity.
Yeah, Luminosity 164 to 23. Yeah, they slowed things down. All they were really doing is waiting for their opportunity. They found it, they jumped on it, and good on Trainer for sticking in the pocket with the Mimikyu. I mean, they were getting really low, enough so that they were able to bait in Phil on the Metagross, leap right over, get the KO on Trainer, but what that caused was an awesome reaction by LG to get those knockouts and score.
Now we have Otter here, level 9. And I think the question really is, are they going to use this to push this goal zone, or are they going to make themselves a force somewhere else on the map? We have this Unite move available, but it looks like it walks.
It walks right in. Block attempt by Slash helps out. That pings in, and we've got the Overlord using his Unite move. 22 hits racked up on the Water Bear. They're still hunting down Fui. We're going with the Parasongs. Now we're going Rings Unbound. I don't know if it's to save everybody, bring everybody through to score their points. Yes, they're closing out that goal zone. The block by Slash is giving all the time in the world for this team to get out, but Trainer wants to stick around and get another one. They go straight. They hit the Eldegoss with the Shadow Sneak, but it didn't follow up there.
Yeah, I think they said, all right. I think we did pretty good here. We don't want to give up a KO right now. 23 to 72. Earlier I talked about how YT has historically done pretty well against LG, that they were at times their kryptonite. Well, I didn't say that Luminosity was necessarily Superman. Might be Spider-Man right now. Kryptonite doesn't even affect them.
No, it does. It's just a weird rock.
Yeah.
Who gets bungled out by a weird rock? Not LG, apparently.
Not LG. Not the Spider-Man of Pokemon Unite.
the newly dubbed. All right, Overlord pushing forward. Chaotic just has to sit on pad. Slash has done a great job not using block for anything, but getting the team out. Nice fairy singularity, gonna pull people to the middle, 2 players down in an instant. You didn't even see their health bars go away. They just went 100 to 0. Aquilo gonna crash land a little bit, and they are getting chased down by Overlord. And now you see the support of all the Pokemon just chucking stuff at Overlord, trying to slow them down. The thunder is not ringing true.
One thing I love seeing Overlord on this Rapid Strike Urshifu is I feel like a lot of people have written this Pokemon off, that it's pretty horrible. And I remember talking about this recently thinking, I think this thing could still be pretty good, but the consensus was it was bad. Well, it doesn't look too bad to me.
No, not at all. Overlord able to take the full brunt of a Metagross Unite, use their Unite of their own, and actually come out ahead, and a couple KOs to boot. Even in the mean look with the meteors raining from the sky, they can't get a knockout on Overlord there. And I believe that is the first domino you need to knock over if you want to break the tower that is Luminosity Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see Luminosity right now not putting a lot of pressure on this Regieleki. YouTube needs them to immediately. Whether they get it or not doesn't really matter for YouTube. It cannot be walking to their main base close to the 2-minute mark. It unlocks another win condition for LG. We're going to see if YouTube can make anything happen here in this top path. They could zone it out right now, but Overlord is currently scoring 50. This is pretty devastating for YT. They're going to try to get rid of it now, but they've waited a little while here. And if it goes towards their side, this could be a big mistake, moving towards this fight right here.
Big Rings Unbound, going to put some pressure on. And if they can send this Regieleki, they bought the time they needed, and it goes in. Are they going to escort it all the way and force YouTube to have to deal with them in their face? Overlord runs away. Heavy slam by Slash gives the separation. Trainer is still in the pocket, and Curious' support gives him 2 KOs, make it 3. Metagross getting credit for Mimikyu back the other way, but you have to think Luminosity's in the advantage here. Yeah. 207, 206, 205, 204.
This is so hard right now. 95, 190. I mean, the clock is ticking down. Regieleki walking towards their main base. If they just let them take Rayquaza, it's over. If Reggie walks, it could still be over, and it goes down regardless. An absolute clinic from Luminosity Gaming. This match was not even close because it looked like Team YT was actually playing the former world champs today.
And look, Regieleki might hit 2 to make all the scores following up free as well. 452 to 95. And I'll tell you what, that scoreline is not indicative of how one-sided this game actually was.
No, I mean, what an incredible match for Luminosity. Full control over the entire thing. It felt like YouTube just really did not have a shot as this continued. Beautiful plays at that goal zone, at that tier 2, I should say, in the top path early, breaking that tier 2, putting YouTube in a horrible position. Even with multiple members down, a minute 6, it's going to be really hard to make something happen. They don't have enough Eos energy. They're going to need to KO more members of Luminosity as they make their way towards these goals. It's going to be really hard to deal with the Snorlax on goal.
Yeah, Snorlax on goal and with block as well. Just able to just sit in that mean look and boink them all away here for a couple seconds. Doesn't even take the portal back. They're okay giving up that goal zone Spraggles. There's no sense in laying it down for that one when you can easily defend the next.
Yeah, and the problem is there's just not a lot of points for YT. There's some points now on the ground, but they all came from YT after they were knocked out. Luminosity defending the goal zone easily. It was a valiant effort, but it looked like it wasn't going to work out for YT. You got to give it a try, though, as YT goes down 2 games here in our semifinals.
Now all of Luminosity Gaming just scampering towards the home goal zone, see if they can make this wound a little bigger and rub some salt in it too, and Otter makes it just in time. 26 there. Everybody's standing. They've got a real chance to make this look ugly. And
here we go. The points rain in as they've been doing all match. Luminosity Gaming on a high here. They are crushing it. YT is in dire straits. Luminosity Gaming being up 2 in this best of 5 already. Just 1 more game before they can head to the grand finals live tomorrow on Championship Sunday. Team YT is going to start with the first ban here as we get ready for our draft.
Well, I was going to say, this is the moment we'll find out if the Garchomp was intentional or not. Quickly going to Urshifu makes sense.
Yeah, and here we have a ban of Gardevoir on the side of Luminosity Gaming. We're going to see what YT wants to ban right here. They decide to go with the Mimikyu. Final ban for LG if they don't go Darkrai. Okay, it looks like they are going Darkrai. This means we could see Pikachu snapped up for Team Mewtwo.
And it feels to me, if they snap up Pikachu, that is playing right into the strategy that Luminosity Gaming was hoping they would.
Possibly, right?
They're dangling that carrot. If they don't go with it, Luminosity Gaming has a chance to choose Pikachu right now and give themselves a great Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing what they want to pick here, is it going to be the Umbreon? And it is the Umbreon.
Unsurprisingly, taking that away from Slash, giving Chaotic an option, but we've also seen Aquilo play it as well.
And here we have Miraidon locking in and Trainer locking in that Leafeon. This now gives them the opportunity to get a lot of what they are looking for right here. We could see Phil pull out the Pikachu, and it looks like we do, as well as the Snorlax. Right now, this draft is going very well for YT. They just don't have that final component that they'd be looking for, which is Gardevoir.
Yeah, Luminosity Gaming, I think, expected every single one of those picks, right? When they selected Leafeon, Miraidon, they're like, okay, we know we're giving up Pikachu, Snorlax. Now, how are we going to use our last 3 picks to combat their 3 comfort picks on the other side?
And we can see Slash deciding to take away the Lapras. We have Sam on Candle, and it looks like this Blastoise is going to head on over to Fui, and I don't think they're too upset about it. Honestly, I mean, it has not looked great in the past few matches. I love the play by LG here to steal away something valuable from YT, but I think YT got a lot of what they were looking for here.
Yeah, no, I mentioned earlier, I don't think I've seen Fui on anything but Lapras. That's not true. We actually watched him play one Blastoise game, and it looked pretty solid.
It did look pretty good. He was doing very well within that top path. They ended up winning that game. Final pick on Luminosity is going to be the Gyarados. We've not seen a ton of Gary this tourney. Only 4% pick rate from Gyarados, which is a little surprising to me. I'm also surprised we're not seeing something like Blaziken as well, which I think if Overlord's having fun with something like Rapid Strike or Shifu, Blaziken is right there. But Gyarados, a little more deliberate of an all-rounder, which I've noticed Overlord really excels on those from time to time. The Lord of the Sword, if you will. Aegislash is a really deliberate all-rounder, and Gyarados feels, interestingly to me, I think it feels similar with how you have to play around your bounce and how you have to play around Dragon Breath.
Yeah, I have a tendency to agree with that. One thing we need to talk about just quickly before we get into match, that's Chandelure. Sam going back to that Chandelure here, using Imprison in some clever ways. We've seen that earlier today. How do you think this Chandelure is going to pan out?
Yeah, that's the question, right? How devastating was it taking Gardevoir away from Sam? We're going to find that out very soon, because the rest of this looks pretty good, and I think with how well Fui was on Blastoise earlier, that shouldn't trip them up too much as we head into game number 3 here. Team YT, your purple team, Luminosity Gaming, your orange team. These are your semi-finals. We are going to decide who is heading to the grand finals tomorrow. Team YT is down and almost out. One more win for Luminosity, and they have punched their ticket.
Completely splitting the central area up here, grabbing a buff and then rotating down is LG. Going to be able to keep some decent pressure on. How fast can they get Gyarados online? That's my question.
Yeah, and that's going to be very important. Trainer right now looking to make something happen. Aquilo in a lot of trouble here in the center, pulling back, using that vision right there to make sure that they weren't able to do something to the Chandelure. Now we have Trainer running up top, and it looks like Aquilo is going to be okay back at this tier 1, jumping in. If they could pick up a KO or an assist near that Magikarp, it would be massive to fill that effort gauge and give them Gyarados.
Yeah, that makes it almost all but guaranteed, right? When you get a quality pick like that. Trainer kind of baited leaving and now is sitting back to rotate up top for these 850 birds. See how they can help out Overlord get online.
Yeah, we're going to see which kind of Chandelure we have right here. It's a flamethrower Chandelure, so it has less damage overall in one burst, but the burst is huge. Catching it with the mean look, I mean, it is going to be hard to miss when you've got a mean look and a flamethrower combo together.
Yeah, Overlord just forced to kind of get to Gyarados the hard way, knock out Wild. Pokemon didn't get to easy cheese it up, and now we've got 25 seconds to what people consider kind of like the point at which you should probably be there.
Yeah, you're going to want to be there at about 8 minutes. If you're lucky, obviously, and your opponents make a big mistake, you can walk in with a big-time flail, pick up a KO early, and just start dominating with that Gyarados. But it looks like it should be online here pretty soon.
Yep, Chaotic just squaring up against Slash downstairs, as it looks like all the players are meeting in the middle for a 4-person skirmish over those birds. They populate on the map, all the moves go in. Straight to the back line is Trainer using that Razor Leaf to put damage on, and Aquilo blinked out of existence. Heavy Slam by Chaotic is going to force them into the line of fire, and they're going to go down two KOs for LG, opening this game up.
Yeah, it looks like LG started off really strong right there. We do have a level 7 on the Chandelure, so they're not doing too bad either. Heading up to the top path, we still have a War Turtle up here, and that is not going to be able to defend very well against this squad from Luminosity Gaming. Impressed by the fancy footwork from Fui right there, though. Wow.
Yeah, able to withstand that onslaught is impressive in and of itself. Quickly backing his Kyrios on the Miraidon. We're going to jump right in. 4-person push with low HP bars. If they can get there in time, they might be able to rack up some KOs against YT. They're able to stop the push. 2v4 Spraggles.
Yeah, amazing stuff here as Kyrios is now down here in this bottom path, pushing forward. 4 members now of Luminosity looking to get some great positioning here before this fight. Gyarados staying in the top path, seeing how much experience they're able to get. Regirock already at half as we see YT moving in.
Oh, nice Electro Ball, but it's the Razor Leaf secure. Emerald 2-step. Doing tons of damage. Follow up, Pikachu's down. Chaotic's gonna have to take, Chaotic is taking a nap, but they're gonna take a permanent one, sent to the Pokemon Center.
That's right, we've got the 40 points here from Trainer, and they're deciding possibly to keep this goal zone up. They're gonna keep the Leafeon down here so that it can continue to get some of that juicy experience in the bottom path. Scoring 1 right here, and now possibly looking to get some more XP. As we head up to the top path here, Overlord almost at 9, almost unlocking that very powerful Unite move through Gyarados, where you're able to dive under the map and pop up and create a huge fight for your team.
In the mean look, tons of damage raining in on Overlord. They are quickly dispatched up. Mew Unite is out. Otter's pushing the pace, trying to surf the Blastoise away and combat water with water. Unfortunately, it doesn't do quite too much. The Thunder tracking through Team YT.
Ooh, nice mean look right here. Mew's in a lot of trouble, and it does go down as well. Man, when YT nails that mean look, they converge on that location so well. This is the YT we were seeing earlier today, but take a look at LG.
Lapras Express into the Emerald 2-step, and that's a heck of a combination that results in 3 KOs instantly. Hydro Typhoon is up, but that Blastoise is down, and now we're sieging the goal zone. A moment of life from YouTube, snuffed out like a violent pillow getting smothered over your face.
Oh
they
my God.
Absolutely throttled them.
Yeah, incredible fight there from Luminosity as they've been having all day. This feels like the best we've seen YouTube in this series, but that doesn't mean that Luminosity isn't still running away with this game. 43-188. We have Regieleki moving towards the top path. Gyarados moves in with a bounce into a Unite move.
Aquilo uses their Unite move and pops up his Gyarados right after it's expended. Moving forward, Chandelure gets a KO on Overlord. That's not bad, but Pikachu and Umbreon were both down. Regieleki on the doorstep. We're putting the pressure on. Heavy Slam is not going to find Slash. They're able to push away, and the quick rotation bottom for the Basement Regi.
Yeah, and here we have the Leafeon running bottom. We have Miraidon running bottom. Mew is down there as well. It looks like Leafeon's going to be able to get this with no one from YT showing up. Easy secure for the side of LG. They're ahead on the scoreboard, they're ahead level-wise, but this one's a lot closer. In fact, Chandelure is level 11, keeping pace with level 11s on the side of Luminosity. It's just that Leafeon that is now 12.
Nice mean look by Aquilo. The follow-up attempt is there. We popped the Mew Unite again just to get out of dodge. Hydro Typhoon doesn't hit anyone. Otter now caught in the mean look, finally going to be dealt with. Thunder's tracking all over Chaotic, and Overlord's getting vision.
Yeah, and it looks like Overlord's just watching this fight right here. It looks like they're peeling back, so Overlord can now find something on the map to eat. The man's hungry. He needs to become a big old Gyarados. Lapras Express bringing it up to the top path. You wondered how Overlord got so much XP. They're literally using Unite moves to ferry him to experience.
Well, you know, use it if you got it, as some would say. And now Gyarados is going to be up there. Overlord up top, just getting vision, watching. They know where Aquilo is now. Phil also knows where Gyarados is as well. Mean look is there. Tons of damage put in with the Imprison, and that's an easy knockout for YouTube.
Yeah, really nice stuff there. As soon as they hit that mean look, they all converge as a squad. It is obviously something that they are very practiced at right here. Now we have the Miraidon Unite move coming down. Slash caught in a mean look, but they're not able to capitalize.
Solar Beam comes through, but it's really the Miraidon Unite that's the difference maker, taking care of Aquilo. Chaotic going straight into the back line. They're just running away, so hopefully somebody else on their team makes it out alive. Finally dispatched out, but that at least gave the time for Phil to hang out and take witness of what's happening.
YT looking a lot better in this match, but every time YT picks up a KO, it seems like Luminosity has an answer for it right here. Pikachu KOs the Mew. That's Phil taking down Otter right there, but it doesn't seem like too much of a big deal for Luminosity. Regieleki walking. They're looking for more XP on the map. A little under-leveled for Overlord right here, as we are definitely looking for him to have his level 13, and it looks like they're actually feeding a lot of the experience over to Kyrios so they make sure that they can get that Unite move back online.
Yeah, that's going to be critical, especially the way Kyrios has been using it in these last few games. Regi's going to be easily taken. We've got 25 seconds until potentially YouTube's last ray of the tournament.
That's right, YouTube's last ray of the tournament, maybe their last ray of sunshine for a little while, as they are going to feel pretty bad about not making it to Grands here. They've had an incredible run, but they ran into the world champs. We're going to have to see how Luminosity wants to play this. Slash getting some vision. In fact, they're both in the tall grass just kind of looking at each other like, you're here? Yeah. You're here? Yeah.
I am here also.
All right, here we go. How is YouTube going to play this? If they get a massive catch, especially on that Miraidon, something good could happen for the squad. Obviously, this is tough. They're way behind on the scoreboard. They've had some great moments throughout this match, but their tournament is on the line. All of LAIC for YT comes down to this. For Luminosity, this could get them to Grands right now. Snorlax backing up with block, looking for their opportunity to move in. They're going to need to take it at some point. Fui eating an Electro Ball and a boosted attack from Mew. We have the Charge Beam out from Miraidon, and still, we're patient. We're looking for our fight. When will YT decide to engage right here? Because they are going to need to make a decision at some point. Mew coming down with the Unite move, pushing towards the squad.
Huge serve, freeze edge. Phil is so low, jumping on Aquilo. They're knocked out. That's Pikachu down quickly. And we know Aquilo has no HP. The block separates Slash. Hydro Typhoon gets Trainer a little bit, but that's not going to be enough. A nice hop by Chaotic, but that is not enough either. In the mean look is Slash can. Here comes Kyrios with the pot shots fired from long range. Charge Beam. They're actually flipping on top of Rayquaza here, forcing the other team to work their way in. Aquilo's still around, but so is Otter, so is the rest of the team. Miraidon Unite is used, Chandelure is low, and taken care of is So Sad Sam. There's no fear in the eyes of Luminosity Gaming now. There's nothing to fear, not even the main characters, Pokemon Pikachu, because you're getting dumpstered on and gone. Holy smokes, Fraggles.
There we go. Luminosity looking to score top, looking to score bottom. 27 seconds left. They stopped the scores top, but they're still up 43 to 310. Luminosity has the tournament in their hands right now, and there's no way it is slipping through their fingers. YT could not figure out how to beat Luminosity. They are the Kryptonite, and Luminosity are the Spider-Man.
Are you kidding me? Popping a Mew Unite to circle around and surf two players from the choke point into the hands of that hungry Miraidon, and it chewed them up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
There you see it. Luminosity Gaming, the two-time world champions, will be heading to the grand finals here at LAIC. Dispatching an incredible team in Team YouTube, but it didn't look too tough for them. Luminosity looks like a force.